Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Girls Room. Before I get into this episode, I just wanted to preface it by saying that it is my first interview. I was really nervous about putting this out there because we touch on some sensitive topics, but for the sake of messy action and doing things we've never done before, I'm doing it anyway. I would love to do a part 2 of this episode, and maybe that'll come down the line. This is a tiny piece of my life, so please reserve your judgment for someone else. But besides that, I promise it's fun too. So let's get into this episode. Come on over.
Oh.
You could have went the other way.
Oh.
What?
You told me to.
Ruining my podcast.
Where am I sitting, over here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
In the frame.
Am I in the front?
Yeah. Hi, Dad.
Hi.
I don't know why I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous.
Today is a very special day, and I'm really excited because I feel like it's something that a lot of people could relate to. You want to tell them what you're celebrating today?
50 years of continuous sobriety.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Can you share reflections on reaching this milestone in your sobriety journey?
Oh boy. Wow, it's long. That's a big question.
We jumped right into it.
Yeah.
Welcome to the girls' room.
Eased into it a little bit.
Yeah, I was nervous. I just read off my script.
Just, I mean, it's been a long journey, and I guess the past 5 years have been a tremendous amount of growth. I won't go into the details, but partly from COVID, and I started getting into the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous. We've been doing online meetings, and but it's just all about being at peace with the world and with myself, and I have a lot more peace and serenity now. So
That's amazing. I can't imagine if you were drinking.
I probably wouldn't be here.
How do you celebrate and mark this anniversary?
We're gonna go to a regular meeting, and it's just an anniversary with a cake. You've been to some, like, long
Yeah,
time
I
ago.
have, yeah.
I really don't want to go. I don't like the attention, but we do it so that the newcomer sees that it works.
Yeah. What would you say?
And there's a lot of people that are my friends.
that go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of people there.
What would you say to somebody who was maybe struggling with addiction or with alcohol or anything like
That's
that?
tough. Excuse me. You can edit that, right?
I don't think I will.
You should. That's tough because, it's really a personal journey. They talk about hitting bottom, and, I had to, 15 years ago, I realized that my way wasn't working anymore. The way I was living life wasn't, I would just burn my life to the ground every chance I got, and I kept doing it over and over again. It's just a personal thing, if you think you are, if you think you have a problem, first of all, if you think you have a problem, you probably do. There's a lot of different ways to reach out to people and look for answers, look for help.
Yeah. Were you ever afraid that, I would be an alcoholic?
I was kind of surprised, honestly, that the simple answer is I thought about it. I wasn't really afraid. I thought about it, and I know you had some episodes.
Yeah.
Sure most did. Of which I probably don't even know about. But yeah, I was kind of surprised that after I learned about some of those episodes, I was kind of like, Uh-oh. But, you know, you did like what normal people do. They go too far and they pull themselves back and they don't drink, you know?
Yeah.
Or
They
they
take a
moderate.
break.
Yeah. I had I couldn't remember what happened the night before.
Yeah.
I would just drink again. Even though I swore I wouldn't, and I meant it.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I feel like I started off real strong.
It's all right. You can edit it, right? You can put this in
Yeah.
the end. And
Yeah, good. How do you feel about the girls' room and my
I like
podcast?
it. I listened to your first 2 shows. I like it. I mean, if I'm being honest, I don't really relate to that much of it. But I heard about the housewives and.
Dad, I
you know,
talk about other stuff.
I
You weren't listening.
I was. No, I listened to 2 of them. I mean, the biggest thing to me is that you're letting your hands go and you're just putting yourself out there, which is, I'm very proud of you. And, you know, a lot of people just don't do that, like we were talking about, you know.
Yeah.
They're like you were talking about one of your podcasts, they were unhappy, but they don't do anything about it, you know. So, yeah, no,
Well,
it's good stuff.
Somebody taught me well.
Yeah.
I think I got a lot of it from you.
Yeah, I've been doing it all my life.
Looking back, what were your expectations or hopes when you found out you were going to be a parent? Mind you, I think my dad was 28, so.
Well, I was 22 and I met Eddie.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. I was so disconnected. I just wanted to make money. And that was the only thing I thought about.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to make money.
I can't,
I thought money was
the answer.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it makes things easier.
In what regard?
Like to take care of your family.
Oh, to have money.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You need it.
You
But it's
need
not
it.
the only thing.
Well,
You know?
no, it's not. How would you describe the bond between us during my formative years, and how do you see it evolved now?
What's the formative years?
Like my teens.
I don't know. I think I was probably too much of a friend. Should have probably been more of a father.
You definitely were my friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I felt like there was a good line there.
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely a line, but you know, I didn't know it at the time so much, but I look back and I see that I would overcompensate for you know, for just not being there for you guys, and so I would go, you know, do more than I would just overcompensate, you know.
I felt like you were always there.
Oh, huh. That says more about you than it says about me.
Well, you were. I mean,
Not really.
I lived with you from,
Yeah, you were 15.
yeah. Well, if it was when I was little, I
You know,
don't
you were
remember.
in Parkchester, you know,
Yeah.
all over the place.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was always around, but
You felt like you weren't
wasn't
there.
every day, you know.
Yeah, well, I feel like that's hard to be when you're not together
Yeah, yeah.
with the mom.
I was also, you know, just disconnected.
Yeah. Well, you're connected now.
Yeah, thank God.
Super
God.
connected, I
Thank
feel
God.
like.
Thank God. Thank God.
I have the best dad in the world. I don't think he thinks it, but I do. What do you like to do for fun since you don't drink? Because I just feel like now, like, everything is tied to, like, drinking, especially, like, in New York. It's hard for people, like, I have friends that don't drink, and then
Right.
it's, like, hard for them to, like, they feel like they can't, there's nothing
Right.
to do because
Right.
people just want to, like, eat and drink.
Right.
Even, like, me and Amanda, like, we don't really drink.
Right.
And, like, anytime people want to go out or whatever, we're like,
Yeah.
we don't really want to drink because then there's like the pressure, like stay out, and like we're not in the mood or whatever.
Yeah.
Amanda doesn't people please zero whatsoever, so she doesn't care, but
Right.
sometimes I do.
Right.
So what are things that you feel like have helped you stay like on track and focused and excited? And
Well, part of that is you're getting a little older, and those scenes aren't really working for you anymore. Really, I think part of it doesn't have anything to do with alcohol. It's just whatever those clubs or whatever you used to do probably just aren't interesting anymore, you know?
no.
But for me, I mean, I have, I have such a full life, you know. I never, I couldn't imagine a life without alcohol, you know. And I would say, well, how am I gonna, you know, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
It'll be boring, but the reality is that you know, I thought alcohol was holding everything together, and the reality is that alcohol was what was tearing my life apart. you
Yeah.
know? So when I put it down, it's definitely a, you know, period there of not knowing what to do, but you know, I mean, I go to the track, I work out.
By
see
the
my
track,
kids.
he means race cars?
Yeah, driving carts and cars. You know, see you guys work.
It's enough.
Yes, I mean, I'm involved in the condominium board here. I'm very active in Alcoholics
He
Anonymous.
swore he would never be in the condo board.
Which I swore never would.
And now he's in the condo board.
Right, probably gonna be president. Being useful to society as opposed to, you know, I'm an asset now, not a liability.
Right.
You know, so there's plenty to do.
Yeah,
You know?
there is. I think it's hard when you're young trying to navigate that
If you're not drinking.
if you're not drinking, yeah. So what's the
Go to the
dating
track.
scene like
Go to the kart track. Yeah, so your sister's a natural, by the way.
in the track?
Yeah.
I know you said, but she's not on the road.
She's actually good on the road. She just
Sorry,
made that one-
Kaylee.
She just made that one left turn on the red. Left on red. What? What was
She
the
made
question?
that law up.
Yeah. Is that in Jersey or Florida?
That was in Florida.
In Florida.
And then you proceeded to berate her for 20 minutes.
Yeah. Don't exaggerate, but yeah. What was the question?
How's the dating scene?
Oy vey.
Also, if anybody's watching who's over the age of 45,
50 now.
over the age of 50,
Yeah.
he has standards with the age because he has a young
You gotta be
daughter.
10 years older than my oldest kid who's gonna be 40.
Yeah, that's not me, guys. That's my brother. But I'm very grateful that I don't have a dad that,
I'm not one of them guys that are gonna date girls my daughter's age.
yeah, thank the Lord, Jesus
That's
Christ.
bizarre.
It is bizarre.
I mean, to each his own.
Well, I
but
think
not
it's
for
more
me.
bizarre if you have a daughter that's that age.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, because that'd be like you dating one of my friends.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'd beat the living shit out of
It's-
everyone.
Let's just put it this way, it's not for me.
So how's the dating scene and navigating life as a 70-year-old single man?
Single old man.
He's not 70.
A single old man. It's probably the same way it is for you know, everybody. Just
I wouldn't
trying
know.
to find the right. Well, I know, but just trying to find the right woman, and really, like, it's kind of bizarre, but like the only way is to go on Match, you know.
Yeah, he's on Match.
So I met a girl.
Like last week, right?
Yeah, last week we went out a couple times. I'll see her again. So.
You liked her?
Then I like her a lot. She is what she says she is what she says she was online. You know, she picked up the telephone like a normal person. You know,
As opposed to someone that
you
only
send your
texts.
number and they ghost you.
Oh, you
Or
got
they just want to
ghosted?
keep all the time.
Really?
All the time. Well, I never talked to them though. Like they send you a note,
and then
you say, "Hi, let's talk. Here's my number. Text me," and then
you don't hear from them.
Right.
Interesting.
Right. They're online to meet people. They reach out to you,
and then they don't.
Yeah, but the reality is, you never know what's on the other side. I don't even know if it's that
a real
woman.
person.
Yeah, it could be some dude in his underwear in the basement trying to, trying to set somebody up.
Trying to get paid.
Yeah, so I don't put too much stock into it until I actually talk with them and meet with them.
Do you do like a first date? Like, what's a first date like?
It's not a date, it's just a go-see.
A go-see.
Yeah, coffee, period. That's it.
Coffee, period.
That's it.
And then
or a drink. I mean, I'll go out for a drink. I don't drink.
But you don't drink.
Yeah, I'll go to a bar or something.
And then, what's the second date then?
That's a date.
So that's like dinner.
That's the first date. Yeah.
Dinner. Okay.
Yeah.
So you went to dinner with her?
Yeah.
And it was good?
It's very good.
Where'd you go?
We went to a steakhouse in Inglewood called Sophia's.
Okay.
And it was like one of the best steaks I've ever had.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But the place was like Manhattan. It was so loud, and you're trying to get to know each other.
Yeah.
And, so we kind of got out of there quickly and went to a diner and had some coffee and.
I love that.
I
love that.
Plus
you left
we're old.
The fancy steakhouse and went to the diner.
Yeah, we're old. It was the pretty people, and you to fit right in. So,
I don't know about Jersey.
the pretty people. Well, yeah, they were a little pretentious, but not in a bad way. I mean, it was nice. It's just the
vibe.
The vibe was kind of cool. There was just the roar, like it was a low roar all the
like
time.
you can't hear.
Yeah, and you just couldn't hear.
Yeah,
and then they had music on top of that, and so.
Yeah, I'm getting old because I noticed that now.
Yeah, well, we couldn't, and the table wasn't like close.
Yeah,
she was a little bit far, and so. Two old people trying to talk.
Well, I'm glad that the date worked out.
She's a nice woman.
I hope that it works out. My fear is for you to be like alone, like forever.
Hermit?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to move you into my place.
Yeah, no.
So we're gonna have to find a missus.
Don't worry.
I used to be very opposed to the misses when I was little. I hated all of them.
No, you did.
He says I didn't, but I did.
You didn't.
Tortured.
Well, you did. But you didn't hate them all. You didn't hate Laura.
No, I loved Laura. You're right.
You didn't hate Cruz either.
I hated Cruz. I hated Cruz. I hated her. She used to bully me.
Did she?
She would do stuff back to me.
What? Good. That's why you didn't like her. I can see her doing that.
I was like 7.
She didn't take no shit.
No, she didn't. She used to taunt me.
Yeah.
I have core memories of her taunting me. She was beautiful though.
Yeah, Cruz was a cutie. Yeah.
Yeah, she was very pretty. I think I have her on Instagram.
Yeah.
Speaking of dating, how did you feel when I told you I was dating a woman?
Mm-hmm. I wasn't thrilled, like I told you, but it is what it is. I'm happy for you. I love Amanda. I mean, there's no no problem with that. It's just you think about grandkids and you think about.
It's 2024. I can still have a child.
You're asking me a question. I'm answering.
I know. I'm just saying.
I mean, we had this conversation. Right?
Not really.
Yeah, we did.
I
mean, we had the conversation.
I thought you were like over it now.
I am.
Oh.
But you asked me how did I feel when.
Oh, you're
and
right.
that we had the conversation then.
So how do you feel now?
I love Amanda. She's great. I'm glad you guys are happy.
Yeah.
We should get out of Williamsburg, but
we are.
Good. See, that's another age thing.
We are.
You're tired of fighting for inches.
Yeah, no, we're definitely
just because there's a Thai restaurant down the street.
There's a what?
Like 40 restaurants in the neighborhood.
Well, we don't even really use
there you go.
the restaurants
so
because everything is too expensive.
I used to want to live right on top of the bodega.
That's what I wanted to.
Yeah.
Nice and easy.
Yeah, exactly. Or the bar.
Well, I feel like you handled my coming out well.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is. I love you, and that's not going to change. I mean, are those all notes for this?
They're just like,
damn, a whole page.
they're just bullet points. I structure the episodes.
Good for you.
What moments in my life made you particularly proud as a parent?
This one right here. With you, you know, doing it, you know, letting your hands go. When you graduated?
Graduated what?
High school.
Uh-huh.
Did you graduate anything else?
I was like confused.
Well, you did graduate
Most
6th
people-
grade, but I wasn't one of them that was...
8th grade.
8th grade, yeah. Middle school, yeah. 5th grade and 8th grade.
No, it was just 8th.
A lot of the competitions, like cheerleading, or when you used to be on the ice.
I was a competitive figure skater, for those that don't know.
I'd be there 5:30 in the morning, like...
He was like literally the cheer mom, but dad. He was cheer dad, and on with cheerleading and with ice skating.
Yeah.
Every practice, every competition, wake me up every morning.
You didn't have a problem getting up to go on the ice. You just had a problem getting up to go to school.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a nice camera.
Yeah. Pretty pen.
Nice setup you got.
Thank you. Am I even in? Oh yeah. Let's see what else I want to ask you.
Let's take a picture of the setup. There you go.
Is there a specific skill or quality in me that you believe reflects your influence as a parent?
You know, being entrepreneurial, working for yourself.
Yeah, that's definitely from you. You have like a vision for like what you thought I would be like and then what I was like? Or with any of your
Not
kids, really?
No. I remember when you were, boys are different, first of all, so, you know, it's like, with Eddie, it's like, you know, beat somebody up, get beat up, just be home for dinner. You know, girls, it's a whole different thing. I just remember you not being a little girl anymore, and I was holding on to you being a little girl, and then and I was sad, I guess, and then something happened. I saw you, and I was like, oh wow, I like the young lady that she's becoming. And then when I saw that, I don't remember what the details were, but when I saw that, I was able to let go of the 6-year-old, and you know.
How old do you think I was?
Probably like, you know, 13, 14, 15 or something, you know, coming into your own.
Do you know what you felt like made you feel like I was, like what the change was?
No, it was just something I saw you doing, or, you know, maybe, I don't know, nice.
Just
It could have been just a daily
something
thing.
triggered.
Yeah, just a regular daily thing where I was like, oh, yeah, this will work. I can let go of the little girl now. You know, and that was hard.
I don't feel like you ever, I guess I never saw that. I felt like you were always like good at being good at like handling the stages of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Like you were not like, you didn't feel like you were, like I didn't feel someone holding me back. There was?
Yeah, the time I just talked
Oh,
about.
I thought you meant something else.
Yeah, no.
Well, you didn't show it.
Yeah. It was just inside, you know?
Yeah. I have fun questions now.
Okay.
Who is your favorite housewife of New Jersey?
Which ones are they?
Teresa, Joe,
Oh.
they went to jail.
Yeah. The wife of Joe, not Joe, the other, was there two Joes?
The brother Joe? Joe Gorga?
Gorga, the wife.
Melissa.
Melissa, yeah.
That's your
I
favorite?
think, yeah.
Yeah.
I think, I've had to see a picture, but I think,
I can show you a picture.
I think that's the one.
Where's my
Yeah,
intro?
she was the cutest. Like, as far as looks.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely Melissa.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's cute. Who's your favorite Kardashian?
So many of them now. I always liked Kim.
Yeah.
I always liked the mom, believe it or not.
Chris?
Yeah.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, and I thought she was just amazing the way because I think she was really behind.
She's behind all of it.
Yeah.
She invented momager. She's momager of the century.
Yeah. I always thought she was amazing.
And she's
a beautiful
genius.
woman too. Yeah.
She's beautiful. She looks great too.
Yeah.
She's like now. She looks amazing.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Who would you call to bury a body?
Would I call Barry by Eddie?
Good answer. If you could have a conversation with Luna, what's the first thing you'd ask her?
What the fuck? Why don't you like my home cooked eggs?
His hand cooked. He makes my dog hand cooked eggs, which I don't know what that means because you don't cook them with your hands. They're homemade eggs.
She stopped eating them. You spoiled that dog into filet mignon. Like that dog won't eat anything less.
She turns her nose up at filet
mignon. There you go.
She's been eating eggs recently. If they have cheese on them.
Yeah. You probably didn't give her a choice. Probably put some truffles on top.
I would if I had the money, yes. And I don't know if that was.
I got some truffle hot sauce. I sent that to you guys.
It's good. Well, everyone says truff is good.
That's real good.
I've never had it.
I got it on Christmas Eve at Arthur Ave.
Dad loves Arthur Avenue. Tell them about Arthur Avenue.
What about it? It's good food.
What is it?
Good bread.
You know what's cheese. In right now? What's like a trend?
Adeo?
I talked about this. Adeo. Adeo is very good. No, it's a trending aesthetic that's on the internet right now, and it's the Mobwife aesthetic.
Oh, I saw that in the New York Post. Yeah.
You did?
Yeah,
the Mobwife? That was in the New York Post?
Yeah, page 6 or some sentence or something, you know.
The Mobwife.
Like they had like 10 pictures of women with the Mobwife
aesthetic.
Chic.
I just said on my podcast last week that I feel like if you're from the boroughs, that was never out.
You're from Country Club. Throgs Neck is never out.
It's never out.
Bensonhurst.
Yeah, or Staten Island, Long Island.
Or Staten Island for sure.
What gives you the ick?
What's the ick?
Like, the ick.
Like skeevy?
Yeah. Like grosses you out. You are very particular.
I know, but it's not
probably
like I don't like coat hangers.
Wired hangers, yeah. We both don't like those.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't like people who eat with their mouth open.
Oh yeah, that's gross.
But doesn't give me the ick. Like, I don't know what.
That does give the ick.
It would it'd be something at the gym, like walking around with bare feet or something. Even Lifetime, like even though it's a nice
people
club.
Do
like,
that?
Yeah.
They walk around barefoot in public?
Yeah. In
that's white people
in the locker room, big time.
Big time white people
big
shit.
Big time.
What's the worst date you've ever been on?
I don't know if this is the worst, but it's where I learned to just do coffee. I met a girl in Long Island many moons ago. We had dinner, and I knew from minute one this wasn't going nowhere, and I had to have dinner. You know, I couldn't be I couldn't be a jerk off, so it was bad.
But why?
No, the worst was in Long Beach.
What?
Isn't that where Amanda's? Oh no, she's from way out.
Long Beach in New Jersey and Amanda's.
No, Long Beach in Long Island. I met this woman. We had Super Sandy, Superstorm Sandy. What? And
Hurricane
Sandy. And I was doing some volunteer work for people getting clothes or something. And anyway, I told this girl, I'm going to be out there and I'll meet with you. We met at a diner. She said she was a model. She had pictures on Match. a previous model. She did a bunch of pictures, this and that. I went out there and she was like 10 or 15 years older than what she said she was. I felt so bad for the woman because she was just holding on to like her past.
Yeah.
And she said, you know, I lied about my age for search purposes. Like she said that like first thing as if like, okay, I'm gonna get this out front and everything's gonna be okay.
Right.
But it wasn't, you know. And it's like, I'm the one doing the searching. You know, so these women think that they lie about their age for search purposes, right? So they think that the guys that they want are not gonna search for women their age.
Right.
So they lie about their age. So I put in an age and I get something that's not the age I'm looking for.
Right.
Right. And then they say, oh, I did it for search purposes. Right. Sometimes they put it right on their page. Like as soon as you click on them, it says right there, I lied about my age for search purposes.
Oh, well, that's
so
good.
they think, not really.
Well, it's good that they write it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's better than waiting to meet them. But they think that, you know, it's kind of like saying, oh, you look good for your age, or oh, you're 60, or you only look 50, or, you know.
Right.
They think that they don't look their age, or their friends always tell them something. But that's not for you to say to someone. That's for someone to say to you.
Right.
Right? You don't say to someone, I don't look my age, so, you know, I'm telling you I'm 50, but I'm really 40, or the other. A lot of the people, the women, guys too, I guess, are not really happy with who they are, so they...
Well, yeah, people in general.
They paint a picture,
Yeah.
you know, that they think you want to see. So.
I thought your worst date was the one that showed up with no teeth.
Who's that? I don't remember that. Was that drinking?
No, that woman showed up and then you told me you got there and she had no front teeth.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
No.
It's just like you don't remember asking me if I was a lesbian.
Joking?
No, we were dead ass.
I wouldn't ask you that seriously.
Wait, which part are you talking about?
Asking you if you're a lesbian.
You asked me, Dad.
Maybe I was joking.
You weren't joking.
Oh, I must have been.
You used to say, sweetie, are you a lesbian?
Yeah, but you were probably doing something gay. So, anybody's gonna ask you that.
You can't say that I was probably doing something gay and then say it's a surprise. What's your biggest fear? Being buried alive.
How'd you know that?
Because it's the perfect segue for you to tell the tanning bed story.
Oh man, that was crazy.
This story's so crazy.
So I went in the tanning bed, I guess it was New Orleans, and it was a health club, and the tanning bed was downstairs, and it was old equipment. I guess I had to take a tan. You know, it was all finished basement. It was nice. Part of the club was downstairs too, and I worked out and I went and did a tan. And when the machine cut off, the whole room got black, and it was a stand-up. And I went to open the door to go out, and it wouldn't open. And I just kept pushing it. It wouldn't open. And I panicked. And I started pushing. There was bulbs. Like there was like a fence.
Well, the whole thing's like bulbs.
Yeah, it's real old school, but it was like a fence and bulbs all behind it. Like today it's a little different, but all glass, like I started break, like screaming, like trying to get out of this thing. And I was yelling too. And nobody heard me.
Very Final Destination.
Nobody fucking heard me. So I had got turned around. And I just, for some reason, I turned to my left.
You were at the wrong side.
Yeah, I was at the wrong. It was like an octagon, and I was at the wrong part of the octagon. And so I don't even know why I didn't get all cut up, but I didn't. Anyway, I got dressed.
Yeah, to be clear, he broke all of the bulbs.
I don't know if I broke all of them, but most of them.
He broke the bed.
Yeah. So it was a stand-up one, but I went. I like got dressed and I got out of there and I went and sat in the truck. I rented a truck and I sat in the truck. I said, I can't do this. That's one of the things about sobriety. So
What?
I went,
You have to be honest.
I got to do the right thing, yeah. So I don't live like that anymore. So I went back and I said to there was 2 young girls behind the desk and I said, I kind of told them what happened. They said, oh, don't worry about it, we'll clean it up. I said, no, you don't understand. And they kept saying that, so I said, okay. You know, I tried.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what else to do. I'm not gonna leave my number.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, it was a crazy story.
Yeah, and then I proceeded to get a string of text messages.
Yeah.
That you thought you were being buried alive.
I thought like these people, oh, they got so much, like I was it.
They were trying to kill you?
Like,
or roast you?
whatever, that they caught me. And they were getting me, like,
That's
I don't know,
very
have their way
irrational
with
of
me.
you.
Yeah, I can be a little paranoid for sure. Excuse me, for sure.
Really?
Me?
Yeah. You're paranoid?
Oh my God.
I feel like I don't even know you.
I screamed at you for not locking the door once. What the hell is wrong with you?
When? Recently?
Oh my, no, no.
You screamed at me for
Yeah, lock the door. I asked you, I get out of the car, go in the store, I said,
You
lock
used
the
to
door.
say that every time we were in the car. It wasn't once.
Yeah, I know, but one time you left it open, you didn't lock it.
And then you screamed at me?
Yes, I yelled at you. I didn't scream, I yelled.
Yeah, I think I've heard you scream 3 times. My
Yeah,
entire
that's
life.
it,
Not
yeah.
even scream,
Yeah.
like raise your voice.
Yeah, that was one of them.
What I've been watching every night that I think is making me paranoid, like in a hole, best show ever, SVU.
Oh, yeah, I used to like it. Mariska Hargitay, right? She's
the best.
Yeah, she's a hottie. For sure.
We've been watching it like every single night. We're like,
Is Christopher Maloney still in it?
we're watching like old ones.
Oh.
So we watched some of the new ones, like it.
I did. I love Doom Doom. That was the best. Me and Cruz used to watch it. Oh, hold on one second. Let me fix this fine.
She's been on that show for 25 years.
Yeah.
Longest.
Mariska Hargitay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say that she needs to, like, step out of that
She's paid.
shit.
She's
I know, but
stepping
still.
back. She's making like, her net worth is insane.
Yeah.
I was like looking it up because I was like, damn, this is network TV. She's got to be making like,
$1 million an episode?
let's see,
Not that much. That's too much.
500,000 per episode.
Wow.
Yeah. He usually earns up to 15 million total from SVU every year
For a year?
between royalties and.
Yeah. So she got to give 10% of that to her manager. So that's 1.5 million. So she's down to 13.5. And she probably has $1 million in expenses, so she can write off a little bit. But she's probably clearing about 5 or 6 million every year.
That's crazy. That's why she ain't leaving.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Get coffee. I said no.
Oh. You have a coffee addiction.
Say it again.
You have a coffee addiction.
For sure.
Well, that's it for today's episode. Thank you, Dad, for joining me in the girls' room. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next week. I'm super proud of you. You don't have to keep waving. And we're gonna go viral. We're gonna go to an AA meeting and eat some cake.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, ladies.